Welcome YouTube, thanks for visiting the den.
Hey, that was the little one saying hello to you guys, and welcome. What we have here is another item off the Wish website. What do we got? Let's find out. Shovel. Aluminum handle. Another aluminum handle. And another aluminum handle. Is that it? That's it. So, nice, decent bag. It is double stitched there and there. Top one's also double stitched. Sides here on though are only single stitched. So, a little disappointing there. You got double stitched in other places but not there. But the bag feels relatively nice. It's got a little bit of padding to it. Cheapo plastic handles, or clips, but yeah, considering what I paid for it, I can't expect, a Tactical bag. And we'll get into the price here in a little bit. So let's see what we got here. We have Phillips and flat plastic insert, so I wouldn't recommend going a whole lot of torque on that. Glass breaker tip with compass, oil filled, pretty spot on. Oops. Now what's this? Another handle length. Ooh. Saw. Looks pretty nice. It's actually quite sharp. Double teeth. Sharp blade. Let's see. Yeah, shaving quality and sharp. Now I'll have an itchy arm for a week. Oops, I had, where is it? Right here. Hey, ferrule steel. Cool. I'll have to clean the carbon off of that when we go outside to do some actual working outside. So let's see what we got here. Let's see, this came in this one. So we'll shove that back in there. Maybe. And that's plastic too, by the way. I'd like to have seen that metal. At the very least, some cheap aluminum on it. And let's see, let's do this. And then this one. Here's our handle. Nice. The knurling is decent. It's not overly aggressive, yet nice purchase. Let's get into this piece. Again, single stitching on this part. It'd have been nice to see double stitching at least for this, considering these edges do look relatively sharp. Let's see. Let's tighten, loosen. Good old-fashioned clamping style for those that were in the military, especially Army, or if you dig your own trenches. You'll be used to that, so it won't be no big deal. Good solid lock up. Nice 90-degree corner there, so it should give nice firm solid on both this way and in the hoe position. Little extra oil on it, so let's check. Got a serrated edge here. That's not too bad. Cord cutter. That's a little sharp. Yep, that's sharp. Shovel point. It's got an edge to it. It's a little rough, but once you stick it in the dirt once or twice, she's going to be even rougher than that. Don't expect that to be sharp. Got a little bit of an edge here, probably used for the axe. yeah, it's got a one-sided bevel, so it doesn't look too bad. May end up having to put a stone to that there to help increase chopping ability, but so far I'm liking it. Nice aluminum handle. And decent length. Okay, had an interruption there, so let's get back to this. From tip, from stem to stern, 29 inches. That's relatively usable. Let's see here. It does have the spots here. You can put a foot down to help aid in the digging. Got a couple nut spots here. Let's see what we got. If I can get my fingers to cooperate. One side is 1/2 inch. The other side is, sorry about that, I sneezed. So we got a 1/2 inch and a 9/16 there. Blade width is tick over 5 1/8. Height of the blade, not that anybody's really worried about that part, 6 1/2. So nice and solid. And okay, let's get into the price before we die outside there. Right now on the Wish website, if you look and you look hard enough, you can find this right now for $27 plus 10 shipping. I paid less than that. I happened to be fortunate and found it for a very good deal when I found it. Right, but I'm going to warn you, the prices won't last long. Like I've stated before, Wish will take one item, they'll list it 5 or 10 times at 5 or 10 different price points, and the more they list it, the more they want to move it, and the lower the price they'll get. So if you want one of these, and so far I would recommend it. I mean, it packs up into a really small pouch. The pouch isn't the greatest, but you know, you can always find a different pouch if you wanted, or just use this and store the rest of it in a bag or something. But for, you know, it's even got a belt loop there. You could attach it via molly webbing if you wanted to the outside of a pack. For the price, I'm gonna have to say it's definitely a should get item, but we'll know more once we get it outside and get some testing done with it. It was really, really cold today, so I'm not going outside today. Wind chill's bringing it down into the teens, and I just didn't feel like being out in it. I'm lazy. But we will get outside and do some testing tomorrow morning with it, and we'll bring you along for the trail. So we'll see you outside. Okay, welcome back. Well, had about what I thought was going to be about 20 minutes worth of outside footage, and the camera, I guess it was too cold for it, kept shutting off. I didn't want to stay recording, and I didn't feel like repeating the process several times just to get 2 minutes worth of footage. So yeah, my bad, sorry about that. Excuse me. But we can go over the results. While using it as a little chopper, ferro rod broke. Not a major disappointment. I mean, it's still usable. Still get a spark off it if we need to. Maybe. I can't right now, but my hands are still cold from laying outside, but it can still be done. I haven't got it quite cleaned off 100%. But that broke. The compass still works, so the vibrations didn't damage it. Although it is affected by, you know, 15-degree weather out there. It is a little slow to recenter. Did get a scratch on here, so yeah, I'm gonna have to take and sand that down. It's pretty bad scratch, but I kind of caught it with that. That's my fault. As far as this goes, the blade's sharp enough. It did a nice job of feather sticking. The saw is functional for small branches. Anything over half its width is going to take you a minute. It will work, just have a bigger saw. Didn't have a chance to test that out, but you know, screwdriver's a screwdriver. As far as the shovel goes, here Here in a second I'll get some cord and we'll cut it, see if that works. The blade did a good job. The ground is frozen, so I really couldn't shovel with it, so I used it as a hoe. Did a good job of digging in. I tried to get it to bend. It didn't bend. As far as chopping goes, it did a respectable job chopping. Sorry, I bumped the camera here. Did a respectable job. It does need to be a little sharper, so I am going to put a stone against that. As far as this side goes for sawing, I wouldn't use that. Worst case scenario, use it for scaling a fish or something. It's workable. It is serrated. I'm sure there's other uses for it, you know, cutting big, small branches or something, or cutting a piece of rope. So let me go find a piece of cord real quick and we'll try that. Alright, I'm back. See? Magic video. Let's lock this down so I don't have it flopping all over the place here. Nothing worse than having it smack you in the hand. So, yeah, it's not going to be easy to get that in there. So let me find where I buried the end here. Well, it's sharp. It just needs to be a little sharper. If I had to, I could use it to cut. It's going to tear at the moment because it's not sharp enough, but we'll fix that. We'll sharpen her up. Yeah, that's kind of nasty looking. But I know my table's dirty. It will work. It needs to be sharp, as I kind of expected anyway. I mean, it's sharp. I can shave my thumbnail with it, but it's kind of at a bad angle. So we'll put a little stone to it, give it a little sharper there. That should make that a lot better. Overall impressions, I would say for the price, it's definitely a good idea to go ahead and pick one up, provided, you know, you don't have the same unfortunate results I did with the ferro rod. But nice thing is, the handle that was in, now that that's not in there, is actually, I don't know if we can get a good shot in there or not, but with the end cap and the glass breaker part on here, you can actually store stuff in here now. So you could store another ferro rod, or you could store some tinder in here, a little bit of cordage. You know, you've got 4 inches? Where's my tape measure? Yep, about 4 inches worth of storage space inside there. And it's not great, it's not awesome, but it is storage space. You can put a fishing kit in here. And the inside diameter, let's get to a good spot here. Just about 3/4 of an inch around in there, so 4 by 3/4 of an inch. You could actually get, well, quite a bit in there. And you wouldn't have to worry about it getting stuck because you can open both ends and shove it out. So, it now becomes the storage unit. Yeah, disappointment there, but you know, I can't expect, you know, $1 million product or $1 million results for a sub $30 product. But I am impressed. It is solid. The knife is sharp. The saw is sharp. The shovel itself did an excellent job at penetrating frozen ground. As a hoe, I didn't stand on it. Like I said, the ground is frozen. I didn't feel like having it slip and, you know, go through my leg. So yeah, I was a little nervous about that because these edges are muted, but you know, there is a sharpness to them. I didn't feel like slipping and then having to do first aid in the field. But for the most, not even for the most part, I would say right now, I'll put a link below. Sub $30 plus shipping. I think the lowest one I seen last night was $27 plus 10 shipping. So for $37, you have a 29-inch collapsible shovel with a screwdriver, a decent knife and a saw on it, a shovel, a compass, glass breaker. It had a ferro rod, but you know, like I said, it broke the first time I chopped something with it. I heard it clink. So the ferro rod is soft, very soft. With that only being the only downside, as far as the shovel itself is concerned, I would say this is, or I can recommend this item. You know, less than 40 bucks, you're getting a nice long aluminum shovel. Notwithstanding the ferro rod breaking, it's still a decent package for less than 40 bucks. You know, all these ends are O-ringed. You know, that'll help keep it tight. The knurling is great. It locks up great. The shovel is very functional. With a little bit more work on the edges, some of the cutting edges, it will be extremely functional. Compass works. It's a little slow, but there it goes. I will say, in the cold weather, it did not like it as much outside. It was very, very slow to react. It liked my finger more than north. As I ran my finger around the edge of it, it would follow my finger. So, but it does work. It stays functional. There is storage in the handles, especially now that this one, well, I lost the ferro rod, but I'm rambling. Anyway, I would definitely recommend it. Even if they take it to $35 plus shipping and handling, you're still getting a fairly decent deal. The pouch can be replaced relatively easily. There's lots of military grade rucksack, little sacks out there you could replace that with if you wanted. Or you can just go ahead and attach it to the back of your bag. Keep it in the vehicle for an emergency vehicle shovel, which if you live in the Midwest, northern climates where they get snow, that's not a bad idea. Down south, not so much, but you know, unless of course you're in a sandy area, then having a shovel helps there too. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for visiting the den. Remember, people, keep them loaded, keep them safe. Peace.